Welcome to LMCTV's 25th Annual Award Ceremony. I'm Michael Witch, your host. No applause. I guess you were expecting Neil Patrick Harris. Actually, I almost didn't make it here tonight. I got caught in a bombing mission with Brian Williams. That's a little exaggeration. But actually, LMC, you know, is more than 30 years old. And it's amazing that we started out with one location. We had one studio at Mamaroneck High School. We had one channel, 36, and now what do we have? 75, 76, 77, and then Verizon. We started with half-inch videotape. We moved to 3/4 inch, and now it's all digital. We've been through more transitions than Caitlyn Jenner. Don't blame me. Russell Harvey wrote that stuff. Some of you might know Russell. He was the producer of Russell Harvey Almost Live. He did 78 programs back in the mid-'80s for LMCTV. And he claims to be the person who invented the politically incorrect format. Sarah Silverman was his first guest in our very own studio. First time she ever appeared on television. Well, now to the real ceremony. Tonight we want to recognize and honor our volunteers. There are more than 400 volunteers and producers at LMCTV these days. They are the glue that binds us all together. At the same time, they are the oil that keep the gears running. How's that for mixed metaphors? Each brings a unique skill, talent, each makes a unique contribution, but together they create an incredible community. And as George Stoney once said, public access may not be great television, but it's great community. And that's what we're all about here tonight. I'd like to acknowledge our board of directors. Now that the lights are out, we can see who they are. Our board members, can you just stand or wave so that people can recognize who you are in the dark? Thanks to Maura Carlin and Maria Elena Carullo and Sabrina Fiddleman, who provided tonight's food and beverage and decorations. And by the way, if you haven't seen the photographs that are decorating the wall here, they are stills from the nominated programs. And our staff, LMC staff, is here. They're not hiding behind the curtain, much as you might suspect. Matt Sullivan is behind the camera. Dina Schumacher is here. Christina Carino Forrest is there. Rob Moretti is on vacation. Sharon Latimer Mosley is sitting right in front of me. Shaylin Navarro, who's our news producer, is right back there next to Matt. And Stefan Aloisa has got the still camera back there. We have with us tonight some VIPs. Norman Rosenblum, the Village of Mamaroneck Mayor, is sitting there. Nancy Seligson, the supervisor of the town of Mamaroneck, is here, along with council members Jane Eny and Ernie Odierna and Tom Murphy. So thank you to them for coming tonight and being the supportive people politically that you've always been for us. That's great. Okay, our first award tonight is for Best Videography. What? Did I mess something up already?
Our opening video.
Opening video, that's why the lights are out, Mike.
Okay. Okay, well, so much for my hosting abilities. We have an opening video.
Okay, we're back in 3, 2, 1.
Good evening, I'm Kat Galliano, and welcome to another episode of The Local Live.
When I started volunteering here, I had no idea that it would really be such a big impact in my life, and just getting the opportunities I had here really kind of set me on a course to become a professional filmmaker.
LMCTV welcomes you with open arms. if you have the smallest idea, they help you make it into a big project, and you're able to just get your idea out there, and it's incredible.
If you have an idea for a show and you want to do a show, call up Dina, get there and do your show. You can do almost anything.
So sometimes I'll be in a shoot where I have $0 for the budget, and just being a member of LMC and creating something that I air on the channel here, I'm able to take out a lot of equipment that I would never have access to otherwise.
It's an opportunity to do something for almost free that you would have to pay a lot to learn elsewhere.
I have been audio, camera person, stop motion assistant.
You don't have to be extremely young. You don't have to be extremely old. You can just be a person who wants to make television.
So now that I'm in college, I want to go into this program for film. And without LMCTV, I don't think I would have the ability to produce what I'm producing now.
If you haven't done volunteer work elsewhere, LMC is a great place to start and to learn what it's all about.
Well, that video says it better than I could ever say it. I apologize for that mess up. Our first award tonight, and by the way, I should mention, as it says on the program, that tonight's event is sponsored by New Way Air Conditioning and Heating. Hope you will support all the advertisers who put ads on our program tonight. Thank you, New Way. Our first award is for the best videography for a community production. What does a videographer do? A videographer tells a story. Pictures plus sound, finding compelling images, keeping them in focus, framing the picture, getting clear audio, getting interviews, getting sound bites. That's what videography is all about. And here are the nominees. Kiwanis Club Annual Classic Car Show, shot by Jeremy Wallman. Santa at Flint Park, shot by Xavier Campo. Larchmont Fine Arts Festival, shot by Stephen Briante.
Pretty much doing exactly what I hoped I could do after school.
Spooktacular, shot by Matt Biltzon. Habitat at Breezy Point, shot by Miguel Guerrero.
Fixed income, and you just imagine you have a house, you put all your life savings to buy a house here so that the rest of the years that you have, you can enjoy it.
And the envelope, please, from the lovely Christina Carino Forrest. And the winner, Best Videographer for a Community Production, Kiwanis Club Annual Classic Car Show 2014, Jeremy Wallman. Jeremy, if you're here, please come up. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now you get the mic.
Oh,
and
I
the
have
award.
the mic? I don't know about that. Thank you. Oh, wow. I wasn't expecting to speak. I'll just say thank you. Thank you to Christina. And I don't know where the other one is. There she is. Dina. And thanks to everybody at LMC. Thanks for everything you've done. You guys are giving me an opportunity, and I'm just grateful. Thank you.
I just want to thank you. You did a great job checking out the cars for me. What's his first name?
Jeremy.
You did a great job, Jeremy, and I just want to thank you. And it was a pleasure working with you. You did a wonderful job.
Jack Saraceno, excellent bartender and commentator. Thank you, Jack. Our next award is for Best Editor for a Community Production. Some of you have edited, some of you have edited a lot. What does an editor do? Well, all those pictures that come in from a camera and all that sound has to be put together to tell a story. Selecting pictures, blending those pictures with appropriate sound, so that the final product is understandable, it's compelling, it's pleasing to the eye, and then you've got to understand how to work the digital software that allows us to edit on computers. It entails hours and hours of work. And the nominees for Best Editor are
Club Annual Classic Car Show, edited by Matt Bildzak. STEM-tastic, edited by Mark Rosenzweig.
Creating something that's cool inspires you guys to learn more about math or science or engineering.
Well, I think more about science.
Larchmont Fine Arts Festival, edited by Colby Haleli.
And it was a little swampy back there. We had about 20 artists, and now we have it in Constitution Park next to the fire station. It's a gorgeous park, and we have about 60 artists.
Ragamuffin Parade, edited by Diana Vasquez.
What we're doing here is we're selling t-shirts in support of the Susan G. Komen.
Habitat for Humanity at Breezy Point, edited by Remy Litvin.
And the winner is, why, thank you. For Best Editor, Kiwanis Club Annual Classic Car Show 2014, edited by Matt Bildzak. Matt, come on up. Congratulations.
Thank you. Congratulations.
And you get the microphone.
Oh, I'm not good at speaking. Thank you. This is awesome. This means a lot, and I just want to thank Christina and Dina and Matt Sullivan and everyone at LMC. You know, always pushing everyone to do their best, and can't ask for anything more than that.
Thank you, Matt. Our next award is the Best Single Program. This can be an event, it can be a performance, it can tell a story like a narrative, it can be informational, it can be experimental, it can be on an issue, it can be an exchange of ideas. It might be produced by a beginner or somebody who's got a lot of experience. It is using television to reach more than 85% of the people who live in our community. And the nominees?
Hell on Earth, produced by Kevin McGinley.
Hello, my name is Kevin McGinley. This year marks the 70th year of the D-Day invasion. And to honor the men, we have their uniform here in a mannequin.
Leprechaun Leap, produced by the Southeast Consortium. Listen Up, the benefit concert for Autism Speaks, produced by Natalie Spangle.
I'm going to go to a program that these women want to support within the Autism Cares group, so thanks very much.
My Bed Is at Anderson's Bookstore, produced by Christina Powell.
Any questions?
Some of the pictures were so beautiful, we wanted to spread them out on 2 pages.
Oceans of History in the Sound Shore, produced by Andre Gordon and Dina Schumacher.
Motion and history of the Sound Shore.
My name is Norman Rosenblum, Mayor of the Village of Mamaroneck. This program shares some stories of our village and other places in the Sound Shore.
How to Be a Teen Filmmaker by Gabby Giacomo.
Hi, I'm Gabby, and
you a little bit about filmmaking.
Vistazos de Viaje, produced by Maria Elena Carullo.
Y ahora vamos a ver otros sitios que están incluidos en su pase de admisión general.
For the best single program this year on LMCTV, How to Be a Teen Filmmaker by Gabby Giacomo. Is Gabby here? Well, we'll make sure the award gets to Gabby, and this is the award. Congratulations, Gabby. Now the award for Best New Series on LMCTV. Of course, this is not a one-time production. It's a series of productions. It certainly takes dedication, it takes commitment, it takes organization and planning, and the ability to sustain the interest of an audience and to build an audience. The nominees for the Best New Series are as follows.
Hero TV, produced by Chris Lavinia and Matt Sullivan.
Slasher film. It does earn major points with me. Call me crazy, but I've just got a thing for an old-fashioned axe murder.
Scriptless, produced by Alan Bendich.
Wow, this is the best thing you could... Look at me. Look at me. I'm a kid again. Look at a beautiful, look at this beautiful, don't look at me. Look at this beautiful lady.
Drop Your Jaw comedy show, produced by Jovan Richards.
From all year round, New York City, Mamaroneck, and so much more. We have a kick butt show for you today, so without further ado, let's have some fun.
Inside Iona, produced by me, Mike Witch, and Kyle Byrne.
For the Iona community, the college has been informed of an alleged bias incident involving a note given to a faculty member.
Rob Saru Live, produced by Rob Saru.
Emotions at times, but if you think for 1 second that the mainstream media is delivering the news that matters to you, then think again.
Okay, those are the nominees for Best New Series, and the winner is... I thank you both. We need a drum roll here at some point. Okay, thank you. End of drum roll. The winner is the Drop Your Jaw improv show, Jovan Richards. Congratulations, here is your award, and here's your microphone.
Awesome. I promise I didn't write a speech. I have so many names I have to announce because we're a big group. First and foremost, I want to thank Dina Schumacher and LMCTV for their great help. The next, I would like to thank the entire Drop Your Jaw improv family, which includes Jesse Alvarez, Abby Packman, Allie Bittner, Andrew Baldwin, Aubrey Clintus, Brian Gable, Christine Shazano, Aaron Pryor, Alana Warner, Jono Bornstein, Michael Mastriani, Nikki Weber, Paul Bergano, Raquel D'Souza, Ricky Romano, and Taylor Dunn. Also, I would like to thank Dan Ferrante and Jason Summers from the Westchester Sandbox Theater. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've never been to the Westchester Sandbox Theater and you live in Mamaroneck, please go check out the show and help support Mamaroneck Arts because we do such a great job there and we have amazing kids that would blow your socks off. And thank you.
Thank you. And if you've never had your socks blown off. The next award is for the Best Series. This is a show that is constantly in production. Usually the producers are a bit more experienced. They have regular crews. They tap into our community's wealth of people, places, and talents. The nominees for Best Series are...
Still Trying, produced by Henry Newberger.
Look! Wow, a banjo! War no more. Yeah. You pulled that one out of a hat. I haven't heard you do that one in a long time.
Well, you know, it's interesting. I'll bet you that's the first time that Flatfoot Flugie with the Floydoy has been combined with.
The Tom Murphy Show, produced by Tom Murphy.
Wolves go, wolves want to go. So
You just laid down.
This is you just laid as if to prove me wrong. I could just lay down.
A Town and Village 2, produced by Alice Bloom.
Displaced persons growing up American after the Holocaust, The World in a City, traveling the globe through the neighborhoods of the new New York, and The Young Scientists, America's Future and the Winning of the Westinghouse. Joseph Berger is my guest today. I'm Alice Bloom. This is A Town and Village 2.
The Mayor's Report, produced by Norman Rosenblum.
The Village of Mamaroneck was lucky enough and fortunate enough to be named the best place to live in New York State by Movoto. And of course, I agreed to it.
The Reverend and the Rabbi, Faith and Eggs, produced by Mike Charles.
There we go. There we go. It's all quite good. Boy, I'm hungry too.
I'm starved.
And I love the menu here at the Nautilus in downtown.
And you never even look at the menu here.
No, hardly.
The Westchester Chorale, produced by Franz Snedeker.
Those are the nominees for Best Series. Boy, if I was a judge, that would be a tough decision. Thank you so much. The winner of Best Series on LMCTV, Still Trying, Henry Newberger.
Would you believe it? We won an award. We finally won something.
I can't believe. What did we win?
Well, I think it's a 2-week cruise on the SS Minnow. No, we actually won for...
That's a 3-hour cruise.
No, we actually won from LMCTV, the good folks at LMCTV, and we should thank the good folks at LMCTV.
Yeah, we do want to thank Adina and Missy and all the volunteers around here. They've been great. And thanks to Jeff, who runs LMCTV TV.
Oh, you mean Jeff Megan?
Yeah, thanks, boss. Oh, I almost forgot. He doesn't like to be called boss.
What does he want to be called?
Massa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And we also have to thank Eric Lewis, Matt Sullivan, Mike Witch, you mentioned Melissa Moak, and of course, Dina. Without Dina, we couldn't do anything.
Yeah, and we'd like to point out that we won this award and we have our TV show on the basis of our talents, our abilities, and the fact that Dina is my sister-in-law.
And I think it was
Thanks, sis.
Yeah, and I think it was worth the money we sent to all these people. Mike, which you haven't endorsed your check yet. I wish you would, because not that had anything to do with us winning the award.
Maybe we'll save a buck. We already won.
That's true. Yeah. All right. Well, once again, thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.
Yeah.
What a duo. This time this year, or I should say last year at this time, we announced the beginning of the Local Live, which is our hyper-local news show, our super-duper hyper-local news show. More local, more hyper-local than Channel 12. This is our first year anniversary. It is an all-volunteer program. And I'd like now to bring up to the stage Eric Lewis, one of the executive producers, and Shelly Navarro, our producer.
Thank you. Thank you. Shayla? Hi, Shayla. Come on up. Thank you, Mike. This is really an honor, and I'm really very happy and proud to work with, to present the Local Live. 73 weekly shows have been created by the Local Live. Over 35 volunteers and interns, several of whom have gone on to jobs as professional journalists, have emerged from the Local Live. The Local Live has made an impact in our community, from a show on hip-hop culture to a community forum on school-based health centers to a Meet the Mayor live call-in show. The Local Live has become part of the conversation in our community. Want a thumbnail sketch of what's happened at the municipal meetings? Tune in to the Local Live and get a weekly highlights, and then check out the entire meeting on LMCTV. The Local Live has organized LMCTVs and the community's resources, and with staff, part-time and full-time, contributing local colleges, Purchase and Iona providing interns and volunteers. It has sharpened the meaning of our mission and our slogan, Your Community Connection, by providing a means for community institutions and individuals to come together and create a communications scene fresh weekly, a show that informs, educates, and organizes. I ask you to tune into the Local Live every Thursday night at 7:30 on Channel 75 and Channel 36. In the future, we will be fundraising for the Local Live through crowdsourcing and direct appeals, as well as applying for grants. We hope that you can help us keep the Local Live part of our community. And here's the person who has, along with the board members Michael Witch and Maura Carlin. What's the matter? You going to kiss me?
No. I just like to, well, I could kiss you too. But I fouled up again. I was supposed to cue a video before you came up.
Nah,
So
no.
Before we get to
No. Shayla wants to cue the video, actually. She told me that. It's a secret. Okay. Without further ado, Shayla Navarro, who has made the Local Live happen as nobody else could.
Thank you, everybody. So back in 2013, I was hired to produce a pilot of LMCTV community news show, also known as The Local Live. I'm proud to say that so far, I'm going to repeat again, we have produced 73 shows since we began. You know, many people don't know this story, but at the first editorial meeting, many producers wonder, how was I supposed to do such an ambitious show all by myself, right? And my answer to that was, don't think about why you cannot do it. Think about it, how we can do it. And then we did it, you know? And we did it with the help of volunteers who acted as producers, reporters, cameramen, production assistants, news editors, and writers. So now I'm going to show you the video of what we do. So you guys, Dina, just show the video. I'm not going to be able to be the voice to facilitate.
LMCTV, we love you.
Welcome to the Local Live.
Here is custom. It's made here in Westchester.
Something has to be different. It has to have a niche. It has to be interesting.
Learn how to work together to not, there's
News, television, because you have to have knowledge of the world around you.
So you saw many faces out there, and there are really a lot of faces behind the scenes from all the ages. Our youngest producer is 14 years old, now 15, and we're very happy to work with everybody. So tonight I'm here to honor their efforts and their passion to producing the first community news show in Larchmont and Mamaroneck. So now it's time to announce the awards. The award for Best Videographer for the Local Live. This award highlights the ability and technique for the cameraman or camerawoman to produce a news story. So here are the nominees.
The Haunted Rocky Ledge, shot by Matt Tedesco and Louis Simons.
That'll do. The Haunted Rocky Ledge is more than your average haunted house, but is a full haunted trail in White Plains.
Larchmont Arts Festival, shot by Stephen Briante.
I started late in life
with art, or at least with this kind of photography. Early in my life, I was a scientist.
Material recovery facility shot by Philippa Wharton.
This is the tipping floor area of the material recovery facility, and up to 200 trucks come in every day and tip their recyclables or dump their recyclables here.
Fireman's Parade shot by Xavier Campo.
15 years. We love coming here, even though it's a long trip. We love the people. We love the parade.
The pride and courage pouring out into the streets is amazing, but there is something that made the whole event special.
The people.
And, are you sure this is the one? And the best videographer goes to Mamaroneck Shares Vlog Party by Anthony Carlo. Wait, this is the wrong one. Wait, I think I got the wrong one, right? Wait, somebody gave me the wrong envelope. No. That was for best news package. Best news package is... So, who messed up was not me. I just read the paper. You'll come back, Anthony. Wait, can someone give me the right envelope? All right. So, best videography now. Okay. All right. Now it's time. Material Recovery Facility by Philippa Wharton.
Oh my goodness, thank you. You're welcome. So thanks to particularly Shayla for giving me such great topics to cover, and for Dina and Matt and Christina for answering a gazillion questions that I have about how do I work this equipment, and giving me the opportunity to really learn a lot in this past year. Thanks so much.
All right, so the next award is for Best Editor. This award highlights the ability of the editor to choose the right supporting images and be able to work with what they have and try to make a compelling story. And here are the nominees.
Sal's Pizza, 50th Anniversary, edited by Philippa Wharton.
In this picture, it seems to be a few years after that. A pie is $2.
Ah, the good old days.
Yeah, and so this picture here is Pat, who still works here. I guess this is late 70s, and this is maybe last year.
Fireman's Parade, edited by Anthony Carlo.
Departments.
You know, I have a lot of family in the fire service from other departments, so this gives me a good opportunity to see them. Two of my uncles are ex-chiefs, and it's nice. I get to see them here. It's like kind of like a little family reunion.
This is the best of America. You can't beat it. I would put up the Village of Mamaroneck against anybody in the United States.
Larchmont Arts Festival, edited by Josine Castillo.
That's a vest. That is so a vest.
This was Ellen's first time at the art festival. She displayed her upcycling pieces varying from cassette reels made into earrings to hats made out of cashmere sweatshirts.
Spooktacular, edited by Ashley Ballone.
Fun activities for kids and adults.
Thank you. And the winner is Spectacular by Ashley Ballone.
Thank you. I don't have anything prepared, but I want to thank the LMCTV community and the Local Live community for welcoming me, and especially Shayla and Dina for challenging me to not only be able to edit and report fun events like this, but also host. I wasn't and still am not the best at it, but they push me and they're very supportive, and thank you very much, and I'm hoping this is definitely a great stepping stone for what I want to do, so thank you.
And finally, the next award is for Best News Package. This is a very tough one, you know. When, as a reporter, you go to the streets and you cover an event, you cover a parade that it could be, what, 2-3 hours, or like an event that lasts for 4 hours. So imagine yourself to just summarize the whole thing in 1 minute or 2 minutes and a half. So it takes a lot of effort from the reporter or producer to really find the best sound bites, gets the best interviews, and really put together a nice story. So here's the nominees.
The Haunt at Rocky Ledge, reported and produced by Michael Siandra.
Yeah, no.
Twice and you came back each time. How come? It was that good?
Yeah, it was really fun.
Looks like my crew and I survived the night, but if you want to test your own zombie survival skills, as the sign next to me says, the Haunted Rocky Ledge is open until October 26th.
Mamaroneck Shares Block Party, reported and produced by Anthony Carlo.
Maybe.
Will you let me go on this jumpy thing?
Oh, sure, definitely. Let's do it right now. Come on, let's go.
All right, let's go.
After all the hype, I just had to try it.
Way too much work.
And now it's time to hit the dance floor.
New Rochelle Humane Society Holiday Portraits, reported and produced by Erica Lynn.
Some showed up dressed to impress and ready to go, while others weren't so crazy about the man in red.
Habitat Homes for Veterans, reported by Rebecca Berman and produced by Philippa Wharton.
Honor of the veterans. Every veteran coming home to a job and a house and a home.
So I guess you guys know the answer. It was a very, very tough decision. Thank you, Sophia. And the winner is Anthony Carlo.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Oh. Thank you. This is great. It really was hard work sliding down that slide, because to get to it was unbelievable. I want to thank Shayla, Mike, Dina, Christina, Matt, everybody at LMC. I'm probably missing people. All the volunteers. They really helped me accomplish what I have here. I want to thank my family, my girlfriend. It's really been a great stepping stone for me in my career, because I really learned a lot. I mean, coming to host the local live every week and go out and report. At every interview I go to, I tell them what I have done in LMC, and they can't believe it. So it's been great. Also, I want to thank God, because every little step is towards my goal. So thanks, everybody.
Well, now you guys know it. The Local Life is the only news show that covers Mamaroneck, Larchmont, and Right Neck. You guys wanna, rather than watching a 4-hour-long meeting, just watch the Local Life, and we just give you the highlights of what's going on. You find out about new laws, resolutions, parking. Well, so I just want to say thank you so much for the support, for the LMCTV community, for the Board of Control, that allows from going from just 6 months as a pilot, now we're kind of like getting to our 2nd year. So thank you so much for the support.
If you've missed any editions of the Local Live, you can always catch them on the internet, just on YouTube, the Local Live, and we're right there. We now go to LMCTV's Varsity Sports Play of the Year. On the Local Live, we typically show you the play of the week. And for the first time, Rob Moretti, our sports producer, and his crew conducted a poll on Facebook, and viewers and fans voted over a 2-week period for what they thought was the best play of the year. The sports team, the sports crew rather, has covered more than 80 games this year, including state championships recently for Mamaroneck High School field hockey and baseball. And so now we have the nominees.
Mamaroneck Ice Hockey, Spiro denies the breakaway.
To rob him by Spiro.
Mamaroneck Football, MJA's record-breaking 95-yard rush.
Allen
in the end zone. Touchdown.
What a
Rhineck softball, Kings dominant performance. Rhineck boys soccer, PK save and winner.
2 in a row. Saved by Barrios. And that ball.
Rhineck football, Sevian's one-handed pick. Mamaroneck boys basketball, spin cycle.
Fitzgerald.
Mamaroneck field hockey, Tigers scoring barrage for the title.
Belly side shoots. Still live. They score another.
Mamaroneck baseball, Carlin walks off in the 13th.
15th inning, and the Tigers storm the field. They are stunned in yellow. Do you believe it?
And the winner? Thank you very much. We have a video of the winners. Yes, here they are.
I'd like to thank everyone for voting for me to win Player of the Year. It was interesting going against some of my teammates like Miles and Kezi and other people from around the area. It's truly an honor. Thank you to LMCTV, my athletic director, my coaches, my teammates. Couldn't have done without you boys.
The fans.
Fans, you too.
You may know that the team is now at a baseball dinner, which is why they can't be here tonight to accept this award. But Rob Moretti caught up with them earlier and recorded that acceptance speech. The next award is called the Val Estabrook Award for Outstanding Work in School Video. Val was a former board member of LMCTV until she moved out of the community. And after 9/11, she produced a series of memorable videos in the schools. The award goes to Tom Vardell, who himself just relocated to South Carolina, and we're sure he's going to be a star in his new school's television program. And at LMCTV, he was a volunteer on almost every show, including his own videos. And we did present the award to him before he moved, and here is his acceptance.
South Carolina on my mind.
I would like to thank LMCTV for allowing me to have this award and for allowing me to work here for all these years and learn about all of the topics we talked about on the shows and all the different things involved in filming them.
It is true that youth have a lot of creativity and a lot of new ideas, a lot of energy, and a lot of commitment. There are classes in video production at both Mamaroneck High School and Rhineck High School. Even in the elementary schools and the middle school, there's instruction on video production. So a number of volunteers come successfully from our school district. In fact, LMC offers after-school classes in all of the elementary schools in Mamaroneck and Rhineck. LMC also offers summer workshops. There are 2 workshops in filmmaking, telling a story. It's not too late to register, by the way, if you're interested. So students bring with them an innate knowledge of the technology. They learn teamwork, and they express their creativity. It's great to have youth in LMCTV. We now move to the Volunteer of the Year. Volunteer of the Year is named after Joseph Fraioli. He was the Village of Mamaroneck manager and also the first cable TV Board of Control administrator. And it goes to someone special, someone who's a regular volunteer, someone who shows a great deal of enthusiasm, commitment, does a lot of hard work, is dependable, and is skilled. It is someone who perhaps calls LMCTV his or her second home, someone who's family to LMCTV. At the St. Patrick's Day Parade, you might be interested to know that the award winner this year actually made the costumes that were in the march. Can we see a video?
Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of the team. Everything is awesome when we're living our dreams.
Blue skies, bouncy spring.
Awesome.
Your name better be in this envelope, by the way. Better match up. Congratulations.
I'd like to thank my parents for finding LMCTV and all the other volunteers and Dina and Shayla and Alan especially, because I've worked the most with them, and I hope to work more with other producers as I continue working here. So thank you.
Well deserved. Andre Gordon. Our last award tonight is the Marianne Sullivan Award. As most of you know, Marianne was the first president of the LMC Board of Directors. And I'd like to introduce to you Janet Baer, who won the award last year and is going to present the award to this year's winner. Janet?
Did we decide the video is first, or? It's after, okay. Don't want to step on anyone's toes. Anyway, what makes an individual worthy of an award for overall achievement in community television? I thought about this question as I was thinking about what I was going to say tonight, and my answer was dedication to the cause, and in this case, the cause is LMCTV. Tonight's recipient has been a member of the LMC board for 20 years. I was thinking about 20 years and thought, if he had committed himself to the military, he would have been eligible for a full pension. He joined the board in 1995, and he retired from the board 2 months ago. And I calculate that he attended almost 250 monthly board meetings. For 7 of those years, he was president of the board, and I'll have a few comments about that later. But for those of us who have served as presidents of community organizations, we know the time, the commitment, and the responsibilities that those positions require. He has worked on or is responsible for the production of several series of shows over the years, including the Semi-Royal Shakespeare Company plays, Beyond Books, which featured the Larchmont Library, Poetry Moments, Friends of the Library tapings, Hands-on Gardening, which featured his talented wife, Lake, and the show that we have all come to love, Faith and Eggs, featuring Reverend Crawford and Rabbi Serkman. They chat over breakfast at the diner, and it's a show that is an example of Mike's creative mind. He observed the 2 men having breakfast at the Nautilus Diner, and it was shortly after 9/11. And I think his thought process could have been, the Reverend and the Rabbi, what a wonderful example of interfaith cooperation and friendship. Breakfast at the diner is the perfect casual setting. This is going to make great television, and it does. He served as president from 2003 through 2009, and I looked over the events of that 7-year period and concluded that Mike was able to steer the ship through some fairly challenging times. The world was transitioning from analog to digital. Online news sources were growing. Albany and Washington were often at odds on the future of cable franchise fees. There was a major economic downturn in the nation's economy, which had a significant impact on our funding. The station was forced to relocate Studio 2 when the Mamaroneck Library renovations began. A lawsuit was filed against Eric, which was ultimately dismissed. And the Verizon cable services arrived in the community and had a significant impact on the franchise negotiations. I'm tired just thinking about all those things. In spite of these and other challenges, Mike worked tirelessly to ensure that LMC remained a strong, relevant organization in our community. As president of the board, he focused on 3 major areas: outreach, technology, and fundraising. And I just want to highlight a couple of accomplishments in each of these areas. For outreach, under Mike's leadership, LMC expanded after-school and summer workshops, library tapings, municipal meeting coverage, and the introduction of the high school sports programming began. And that's been a huge success. As far as technology goes, as a film editor, he brought a tremendous knowledge base and was able to direct not only the purchase of cameras and editing bays, but also the major purchase and transition to the new digital playback system, bringing the station into the 21st century. Fundraising, often a headache for many people on the board, but I think one of our more creative Sunny Award dinners occurred when Mike was in charge. He suggested we give the award to Dee O'Brien, and she was the director of the Semi-Royal Shakespeare plays and company. He involved the students in the award. We had costumes. We held it at the Rye Castle. It was just a terrific event. Community attendance was spectacular, and the evening was a huge success, thanks to Mike. I'm going to just summarize a few of the qualities I think of when I think of Michael Charles. Smart and creative. He has a tremendous depth of knowledge about the arts, whether it's film, theater, or music. He is responsible for creating wonderful videos for our Sunny Award recipients, capturing the essence of the individual while making us all laugh or cry. Mike is gracious and thoughtful. He's a keen listener. He observes a situation and can diffuse a tense moment through his wit and wisdom. He'll always go the extra mile to help a friend, whatever the request. And he's diligent and caring. Several people I spoke with commented that Mike is the consummate professional who cares tremendously about the finished product. As anyone who has watched an episode of Faith and Eggs or any of the videos he's produced, you'll agree with that. So without further ado, the video.
The Reverend and the Rabbi, and welcome to LMCTV.
I just am proud and privileged to say that
a friend of yours, not to mention our ongoing, relationship, support, connection.
Mike Charles, the great director.
Gotta love that, Mike. What a wonderful What a wonderful
Oh
my gosh, but how about this?
Mike Charles.
My Bubby, my grandmother would call him such a stunk.
Mike Charles.
Well, I get choked up, but I don't ever cry.
Mike Charles.
I mean, I get very emotional.
Mike Charles.
Such a stunk.
You gotta love that.
Mike Charles.
And living a dream.
I just am proud and privileged to say that.
Mike Charles.
And I want to say publicly here, and did it with great panache and style and substance. He's good. And I want to say publicly, I was touched, moved, inspired by
Mike Charles.
Mike is trying to give us a signal.
You won't get that on LMCTV. Mike Charles.
Mike Charles.
God bless Mike. Thank you, Mike. I mean, it was just...
A true Renaissance man, I'm pleased to present the Mary Ann Sullivan Award to Mike Charles. Come on up, Mike. Yay, that's getting started. That's not the award. Oh, they have the award for you. And before I give the mic over to Mike, there's also a gift here from the board, and they asked me to present it to you this evening.
Very light.
It is light.
Just put it here.
Put it there.
Should I open it?
No. Put your award up here.
Oh, it's a whole kit. Thank you, Janet. That
You're
was.
welcome. Here you go.
You could save that speech and read it at my funeral service, I think. Too.
Your birthday party.
Yeah. Thank you. You want us to stand there like this, Mike? And yeah. Thanks a lot, Janet. I was really expecting a gold watch. But I think if I put this on a pedestal in the garden and the sun hits it just right, I'll still be able to tell the time. Use it as a sundial. You don't have to stand there, Mike. It's quite all right. That award, as they said, was named after Mary Ann Sullivan, a founding mother of LMC, who was the first recipient 27 years ago, back in '88. Mary Ann had a vision of television, helping to build a community. When I moved from the city in 1984, I fell in love with the Larchmont Mamaroneck community. And so a few years later, when Sonny Goldberg asked me to be on some kind of a local television board, I said, yes, I'm interested. Professionally, television, film, and video was something I'd been immersed in for years, and community public service was something I was interested in pursuing. So it seemed a very good fit. 20 years later, I have seen Mary Ann's dream become a reality on steroids. A dynamic local news show, a professional high school sports program, summer workshops, online streaming, after-school workshops, even 2 clergymen eating breakfast at a diner. It's all very impressive. The thanks goes to Eric and the staff, past, present, and future. Matt, Dina, Rob, Christina, Sharon, Shayla, Eileen, and all those volunteers. All I and the board did was support them and get out of the way. 20 years of nurturing other people's dreams and endeavors. It's kind of like venture capitalism with Cablevision and Verizon money. It was all very satisfying. I know there are people in the community who aren't aware of what a unique treasure we have in LMCTV. Their vision is world, network, national, state, or in the blogosphere, personally microscopic. But the issues we actually deal with every day are local issues. To paraphrase William Faulkner when he said the past is never dead, it's not even past, local isn't really local. All issues are local. And although we're a suburb of a great city, we're more importantly a local community. And at that level, LMC is what I call a tangible intangible. Tangible, it's real. You can hold the equipment, you can see the programs. But its contribution to the social fabric is elusive yet invaluable. Don't get me started. I just wanted to say thank you, LMC, for letting me be a part of a great idea come to fruition. Now all you need is a proper home. Thank you.
Mike, would you stay here for a second, please? I know that Mayor Rosenblum and Supervisor Nancy Seligson have proclamations, and we also have a letter from Mayor of Larchmont and McAndrews. But first,
Mike, congratulations. We are so pleased and proud to have you in our community. I have a proclamation from the town board in the town of Mamaroneck thanking you for your service to LMCTV and congratulating you on this terrific award. Thanks. Congratulations.
Michael, everything that we have in this proclamation from the Village of Mamaroneck has been said before, but in investigating your background to write this proclamation, I certainly think it's worth noting again. So if the audience doesn't mind, I would like to read it. Take my glasses off so I can see. Whereas the Friendly Village joins in the recognition of such individuals who give their time and expertise to improve the life and surroundings of others. And whereas LMCTV is a focal point for cultural and community service for 30 years, it is an integral part of the very fabric of the democratic process that makes the Village of Mamaroneck a community that works for the betterment of all who live, work, and visit. And whereas LMCTV and the Village of Mamaroneck honors those who commit their time and dedication to all members of the community, as noted by Michael Charles, who always has been first with LMCTV and the Larchmont Mamaroneck community, creator and producer of the popular show, The Reverend and the Rabbi, Faith and Eggs, featuring conversations with Reverend William Crawford and Rabbi Jeffrey Serkman. Beyond Books at the Larchmont Library, and all the tribute videos for LMCTV's Sunny Award dinners. Charles has also served as the LMCTV Board of Director for 20 years, from 1995 to his retirement from the board in 2015. He has served 7 of those 20 years as the board president from 2003 to 2010, whereas Michael Charles is an individual who clearly illustrates the meaning of volunteering to the betterment of others, and LMCTV and the Village of Mamaroneck is blessed to have him as a volunteer in our friendly village, who's being honored as a recipient of this year's Mary Ann Sullivan Award for his community dedication. And whereas the Village of Mamaroneck joins in recognizing such an amazing community volunteer, it is my honor on behalf of all who live, work, and visit the friendly village to commemorate Michael Charles by recognizing his numerous contributions. Therefore, I, Norman Rosenblum, Mayor of the Village of Mamaroneck, hereby declare that June 19th, 2015, now and forever be known as Michael Charles Day in the Village of Mamaroneck. Good job. Good job.
That free beer. Can I get a free beer at Molly McGuire, sir? No?
We have one more. This is a letter from Ann McAndrews, and she congratulates you on receiving the Mary Ann Sullivan Award. And she says that as the creative mind behind The Reverend and the Rabbi, Faith and Eggs, and Beyond Books at the Larchmont Library, programs which built a loyal viewership, you helped to establish a community commitment to LMC. Your personal commitment is evidenced by a 20-year stint on the LMC Board of Directors. The community is fortunate to have wonderful local television, and without volunteers like you, it would not be possible. Previous winners of the Mary Ann Sullivan Award are Janet Baer, Jim Kaloran, and New York State Senator George Latimer. Not bad company to keep. On behalf of the Board of Trustees and the residents of the Village of Larchmont, I want to congratulate you on this well-earned award. Anything else to say, Mike?
Dina, thanks. That was great.
All together now.
Mike Charles.
Well, folks, thank you very much for being here tonight. That about wraps it up. We need to also congratulate the winners and the nominees and all of the volunteers who make LMCTV possible. Thank you for coming tonight, and thank you viewers who are watching this on cable TV or on the internet. We want to thank the advertisers who supported our program, especially New Way, New Way Air Conditioning and Heating.